My name's Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. And today I am reviewing Rose Milano from the house of Giorgio Armani. £160 for 100 ml. This is a Chapeau floral. Top notes are Damascena rose. Okay. The heart notes are lemon and the base notes are Chapeau accord. Do we have our bottles of Rose Milano? Are we engaged with the high self? Let's get testing. So first things first, this is like great packaging. Everything you want is there. Nice and legal. I like these little boxes. I think they're great. Housed inside. So I thought I'd mention something that's just come to my mind because we deal with dangerous goods. If you notice in a fragrance, there's a space, just like the meniscus in the top of the bottle. You have to have that because there's something called ullage. And what it means is the fragrance expands. And if you overfill, if you fill it to right to the top, you can get with it sort of explodes and it does like all sort of crazy stuff. So you always have to have like a slight space in the top. And actually fragrance bottles are built to be exactly the right amount with this space in the top. So never think when you get it and there's like this little bit of thing in the top that's not right. It's actually filled perfectly, and fragrance sort of bottles are engineered to give you that sort of space so you can have the movement, sort of the equilibrium sort of from the liquid to the gas phase and all the rest of it. Let's have a look at the atomizer. It's okay. I've just done the Dior Rose fragrance, so I'm very curious to see how another really professional monster house is handling Rose. I hate this plastic top thing. I would love this to be sort of like stone or metal or glass or something. So this is sharper. It's quite interesting to sort of smell different sort of houses' interpretation on sort of rose. This is definitely fresh rose. This has been built to give you lots of lift and lots of sillage. The rose oxide is quite apparent. Rose oxide smells of rose. It can be used actually in lots of different directions because it's quite sharp. So the rose oxide is higher up the formula and would sort of maybe be higher percent than in sort of other rose formulas. This smells sort of like rose. It's built similarly, I've got to say, with the ethylene brassylate, the Hedione, Lily of the Valley raw materials. The hebetalide is really, really apparent within this. Hebetalide is a top note linear musk. There's lots of different types of musk and they do lots and lots of different things. And top note linear musk are like romanolide, hebetalide. There's one, sounds like apelide, probably apelide, creative names and all the rest of it. And they work on the top because of the sort of linear aspect. They don't have any fixative effect, but they give this sort of like lift, but they're quite fleeting. They work great within a formula. And the hebetalide and the Lily of the Valley raw materials are giving this top note, this sort of effervescence, this sort of lift to the formula. It smells quite youthful, smells quite light. Definitely a day scent. I definitely wouldn't think this would be a night scent at all. It's not dark, it's not mysterious. The other one, sort of the patchouli and the Gaiac wood, that rose one, the Armani one, I love that one. This is lighter, this is definitely more female leading. It has that clean linen feel to it, which is the Lily of the Valley raw materials and the top note musks. And there's sort of the DMBCA, the phenol ether alcohol, the citronella, all of that sort of give you that sort of clean linen feel to it. Radiant. Armani really do great work. I mean, they're a massive corporate company, so you're going to get something which is like dead on the brief. This smells finished, complete, but does not smell sort of creative to it. There's no kind of, is what it is, like fresh rose, soft, fresh rose, but it smells a little bit unimaginative. It sort of smells like hitting the brief. And sort of what I'm starting to notice is that if you like one of these, so if you like that Dior one, you would like this one. I imagine there's loads like this, the Lily of the Valley raw materials, top note musk, ethylene brassylate, sort of Hedione, that sort of finish to it, phenol ether alcohol. If you would finish it with sort of different naturals. It's built similarly like the ambracholide, bit of citruses and the ionones. On to my final thoughts. A little bit unimaginative. It smells like I imagine hundreds of things out there. It's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. It smells like really great perfumery, really corporate grade perfumery. Very, very safe perfumery, actually. That's kind of what it's given me. Safe floral fragrance. Nothing really to twist it. I would have added some other notes into it, actually. It needs a little bit of depth to me. That's just what I think, it's got a little bit of citrus in it. It's missing something, that's kind of, to me, what it's missing. Some darkness, some redness. I don't know. I mean, some ylang-ylang would have been great. Ylang-ylang would have worked really well in this because you would have had the benzyl notes in it. I know it's just missing something. And that's kind of what it smells incredibly safe. It smells incredibly simplistic. It's kind of polar opposite to the other Armani Rose fragrance, which was kind of interesting and inspiring and kind of dark and smoky. And I'm not saying I want that in it for a day rose fragrance. But what I am saying is what I would like is interest or something. Something is kind of missing from me. Yeah, it smells quite simplistic, which I think is okay. I'm going to mark it a 7 out of 10. A little bit disappointed. I mean, I'm kind of, I buy all these with my own money. I thought, that would be really nice because it Rose Milano. I was sort of expecting it to be, I don't know, I kind of was expecting something interesting because it's Armani, and I kind of been left wanting more, being left a little bit disappointed. And that's okay. So I'm sure there's people out there that love this sort of simplistic sort of smell. It would be a really great starting rose, to be honest. I would put something like this in my 30ml range. They're all sort of like unthreatening fragrances, sometimes with fun names, sometimes if not. That's where I would put it, as like a really great starting rose fragrance. So I think if you are, it smells youthful. So I think maybe if you're sort of 18 to 21, maybe 22, or want something unthreatening to wear to the office, this would be great for the office, or sort of chilling out or something. Would be a great fragrance to start. You want to start on a rose fragrance. But again, I think if you've got a sophisticated nose, I think if you've got a fragrance wardrobe, I think you're going to be left really wanting more from this. And I think you're going to be left feeling a little bit like there's something missing and kind of like, oh, I smelled that before in a different sort of form. Anyhow, hope you love that review. Thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating, interesting content. Lots of moving hands and lots of fragrance views. Hope you're staying safe and well. See you soon.